I was a bit of a, I guess, a sub-C student growing up, and I never really had any aspirations to be a pilot. It wasn't until I was 15 that I met a pilot, an Air Force pilot at a careers day. You know, I was so ignorant, I didn't know it was a possibility that someone is actually sitting at the front of those planes, actually getting paid for that, and that's actually a possibility of a career. I remember, and you know, he went through and told me what schooling level I needed to. It was much higher than where I was, and so it really motivated me, and I ended up changing kind of how I was as a student and really stepping up my level, and went down to a flight school, started learning to fly. I actually got introduced to aerobatics really early. When I was 18, unfortunately I had to step away and actually pursue a real career in aviation. So, you know, I went into the airlines and business aviation. So I went off and flew Boeing 767s, Fokker 50s and a bunch of other aircraft. And then about 10 years ago, I swapped into business aviation. And it wasn't until 3 years ago that I was in a financial point that I could afford to get back into aerobatics, and then 2 years ago to actually get an aircraft myself. So it was always a burning passion, but you know, it's only now have I been able to realize that. I think aerobatics and flying and aviation is a way of life. I think to do this, you have to dedicate everything to it. If you don't, I don't think you can really aspire to become the best that you can, you know? It's really like a vocation. It's really hard to describe unless you're really in it. I mean, it's really hard for my friends, for example, when I explain to them, like, why do you do this? You know, I don't understand, you know, why do you put your body through so much strain and heartache? And it's hard, it's tough. I mean, you don't get out of the plane feeling like $1 million bucks, you get out of the plane feeling like, you know, you're destroyed after a flight, but it's worth it, you know? In a weird way, it's really worth it. The venue and what the French Federation have arranged here is amazing. I haven't seen a competition like this ever. And for the past 3 years, I've been going and watching. I haven't been participating in a lot of competitions, but I've been watching and observing, and this is phenomenal. I want to present my country well. You know, I want to do well for Australia. 2 years ago, we had one competitor, and before that, maybe like 5, 6 years ago before that, we had a competitor, but it's very sporadic. It's not been a consistent thing. I'm hoping to change that myself. You know, I want to make this a regular, every 2 years, biennial event for me.